God damn it, I pressed the wrong button. For once it didn't turn on, and for once it didn't turn on on me, I accidentally turned it off. Oh, I do not want to make that noise again. Oh, God. Let's do this again. Hello, everybody, this is Uncle Dylan here. God, okay, and today, hey, this is the one shot out of What If Deku Was a Sociopath? Now, you're probably wondering, what do I mean again? Well, let's just say I got to a part where you will know very, very soon, to the fact that I nearly puked in my own mouth, and I probably will again. And so, yeah. I do not want to do this, but unfortunately it was a fan request. As Brother Thomas, Miss, I will kill you one day, and I'm going to enjoy it. Oh yeah, you sick, twisted bastard! Anyway, where were we? Yeah. S. This is gonna be a fucking nightmare. I already know it. Anyway, so them and Midoriya are literally, this is when we're gonna start talking about Midoriya, obviously. Who else are we going to talk about? Anyway, so them and Midoriya, Midoriya's past. Midoriya was never like this. He used to be a kind-hearted person. But unfortunately, his mother passed away in a gruesome death that was caused by heroes. And he knows it was the heroes, but the heroes won't do anything because they have villainous quirks. Katsuki, pretty much, Izuku always raised Katsuki at his best, but unfortunately, they couldn't. Mostly because the heroes and the villains would never leave them alone, so they can actually have a happy life. But unfortunately for Midoriya, he knew that was not going to happen, so he sent his brother to an orphanage so he can actually have a happy life. Little did Bakugo know that his brother was going to become the worst person in this entire state of Japan. And he didn't know until it was too late. Yeah, like I said, he did not know until it was too late. So Midoriya makes his debut, and he makes sure people know it was him. Yeah, because he is now wanted for human trafficking and all types of horrible things he's been doing to people. So you can imagine the pure evil that he is doing. Like, he's wanted for many horrible things that he's ever done to anyone. And that's not a joke. Look, it's horrible. It's deplorable. Anyway, so we don't even start with Izuku. Not even close. We actually start off off with All Might and Nezu. Yeah, you heard me right. We don't start them off instantly. Talk about a day. Hey, so we start off with Izuku. Not Izuku. We start off with Nezu. And let's just say even Nezu doesn't like this idea because he has an irritated look and All Might is just frustrated. This is when someone walks in. Ah, Hasashi Midoriya. Nezu? All Might? Huh. I just came back from Japan. That's with the meeting of the Counselor of the American Heroes. And I heard that this, Blight fellow has not been captured, also known as Izuku Bakugo. We are trying everything we can, but he's avoiding us with every degree. We don't know where he is. Or the hero system is too corrupted to look. This is what All Might says. How dare you? How dare you? Interrupting me, All Might. I've seen you taking many bribes. You heroes are a disgrace of the world. You look away when people have villainous quirks or being quirkless. That changes now. Operation Golden Panda is now. But I don't want to hear it, Nezu. Hundreds, if not thousands, of innocent children and people have been experimented on and murdered and raped by Blight and his men of toxic oxen sharks. They're terrorizing this country, and they're terrorizing the people, bringing fear. You're in despair, and you heroes just watch. You feed and you feed, and only thing you do is the only time you lift it up if it's a woman with big breasts or a freaking child out looking sexy. That stops now. Operation Golden Panda is now. I don't want to hear jack shit. I don't want to hear complaint. I am your superior officer, and you will obey me. That goes for you too, All Might. And if I refuse, this is when Hasashi walks up to him, looks him straight dead in the eye, and says, "I'll tell your wife and child about Operation Black and Blue." All Might's eyes widen and is filled with anger. And he grits his teeth, saying, "You wouldn't. Try me. Let's see how your family will react to the fact that you're no better than Blight." He grits his teeth to the point you can hear it. "Now get the Tartarus and get the recruits. Now." "Yes, sir." In a cold tone, All Might walks off. "As for you, Nezu, you are temporarily suspended from the UA hold." "What? What for?" "Because you're under arrest." "What?" This is when two cops walk in and arrest Nezu. "Wait a minute, what for?" Taking bribes from Blight. Allowing him for human trafficking, and also. So he opens the door to reveal a 9-year-old raping a child. You really think I haven't noticed that? Then you're out of your mind. Take him away. And this is when he does. Anyway, once Midoriya, this is when we get to All Might, who gets a Tartarus and talks to the people. He talks to the villains, those who are in the cells. He's here to pick up 4. And he walks up to them. All for one, overall, Stain, Ida woken up, pretty much chained and strapped like Hannibal. Like Hannibal the Cannibal. Not a very good way either. So Midoriya, so this is when And this is when All For One says, "Oh, what do we owe the displeasure of this visit, All Might? You four, are given a chance to help heroes track down Blight. The world's #1 terrorist / serial killer. They're mad scientists and God knows what." That's a big request coming from a hero. And that request is not really the best way to go down. Believe me, All For One, I despise the idea. It was Hasashi who ordered it. Hasashi. So Operation Golden Panda is a go. Yes, unfortunately. Splendid. Stain, I got nothing better to do. But this is when Ida says, "What's our reward for even helping you?" You all get a 25 sentence release. When your sentence in here will reduce to 25. Right. Very well. Oh, this is when they all say, "All right, Ida." Very well. All right then, we're in. And this is when he gets the collars. This is when he gets the cuffs. These are tracking cuffs. They'll track your every movement. And unfortunately, they can't disable your quirks, so don't try anything. Trust us. I'm actually quite fascinated. This one overall says, "Oh, trust us, All Might. We're fascinated to see how this Blight does his work, because only thing we hear is from the cops out of fear." And that's the only time we actually get to know about this Blight. And that's a rare conversation, too. So, our curiosity is far more stronger than us causing villainy again. Trust us. That's what I'm afraid of. Well, you should be. This is when Net says, "I'm not really trying to hide anything." Anyway, this is when Nezu said, this is when they actually get... This is when Nezu this is when All For One, Overall, Stain, and I repeat, and Ada go in. And you already know All For One and Stain's crimes, but as for Ida, he's wanted for 4th-degree murder. Yes, you heard me right. 4th-degree murder. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Anywho, so them and Midoriya. Anyway, we get to Midoriya, who's literally torturing a little girl and a boy. It's alright. This is when he says, this is when he pulls out some scalpels and sees a little girl. "Don't worry, Eri, Kota. Unlike your parents, you might actually survive this." And that's when you just hear the constant screaming themes of the horror that Eri and Kota are going through. And this is when pretty much Kota, we get to another part. We get to Ida and the other three, and they show up at Nezu's office with Hasashi in it. Where's Nezu? Oh, you won't be hearing from him anytime soon. He's serving his sentence. All Might question his fist. And an evil smirk is on All For One. An evil smirk is on his face. and All Might walks off. All for one. 3. Asashi. What brings the pleasure of Japan's hero, chancellor, to be here? I'm going to be blunt. The Hero Society is lagging and being a disgrace. That's where you all come in. Operation Golden Panda. You all will be sent. Well, you all will be given the perfect equipment, the location, and all the information we know about Blight. He must be stopped, and he must be brought to justice for all the horrible crimes he's committed to everyone and anyone he's ever laid eyes on. All four of them are just looking at each other. Laird says, "Where do we start?" Here. And this one he's given case files? These are the case files of Blight, of his past crimes, and now. All 624 or cases. That's a lot of crimes. No kidding. Slave trafficking, human trafficking, gun trafficking, drug trafficking, animal trafficking, dog fighting, creator of a happy pill. Oh yes, his worst creation ever, Happy Blight. What it does, it makes a person go through a happy fate. He's making them feel like they have a tickle in their tummy. They're going through the best thing, enjoying their favorite food until their body swells up into a giant balloon. And it explodes, releasing this acid that is so powerful it can melt through a tank. This guy knows what he's doing. What's his quirk? Toxic blood. Mostly think Midnight and Momo Raya Rose's quirk. Before Midnight, it has therapy. What do you mean? Midnight was raped and nearly killed by Blight's men. And so was Raya Rosu. They were nearly addicted to sex, next to the point of becoming strippers. Yikes. Yikes indeed. They're still recovering from their incident. And that recovery is probably going to take years. Unfortunately, you might be right. I know the subject, but I will not let them go through such things ever again. I failed them once, I am not going to fail them again. And I will try everything in my power to bring justice to all. You're probably the first ever hero, the first ever person to ever say that, actually. I know. It is no luck. Now, do you need anything before I leave this building? Before I get to work myself? This is what Anita says. Can we talk? Has anyone else gone? Has there been any more crimes like this? Only those from Izuku. That's all. No one else knows this. Look, no one else knows. I see. This is when Ida just sits down. But this is when Ida and them get their stuff ready to go through the investigation. This is when they actually go through everything. This is when Ida goes back and gets the file about missing kids. And he finds them about missing kids. Here we go. These we know about the missing kids. It's Eri and Koda. That was the son of the twin horses, of the couple known as the twin horses. Yes. Ah, yes, I heard of them. They were great heroes until Muscular killed them. Muscular was working for Blight, wasn't he? He was, but he wasn't ordered to kill them. What do you mean? Muscular's body was found 3 days later. Nothing left but a pile of radiated goop that was so bad that they had to seal off the entire district for a whole year. Just to get rid of the body. So obviously, Muscular, there we go, has screwed up. I don't think he was ordered to kill the twins, but bring them back for Midoriya's twisted experiments. Overall, it makes sense. Hence, those twins had powerful quirks. That could have been useful. Well, have been making powerful Nomus. Where did you get your Nomus? From Blight. He's the one who created the Nomus. They're his success. They're expensive as hell, but they also keep his operation running. I didn't know he was doing trafficking, otherwise I would have said hell no. What, to slave trafficking? No, I just don't do drugs. Stain? I only was hired by him once, and he asked me to kill a kid named Shoto Todoroki. For a good reason, actually. How so? Shoto Todoroki was known to rape his boyfriend by force, Katsuki Bakugo. That was Izuku's sibling, wasn't it? Yup. When he finally gained the power, he asked me to brutally murder him. How brutal are we talking about? Well, mutilated corpse. He wanted me to inject something into Shoto's neck. What was it? I don't know. Well, the next thing I injected him into his bed, and all I know is the next morning, nothing left but a humongous pile of blood all over his room. Oh, Shoto's death was the same time that Endeavor disappeared, wasn't it? Yeah. If I remember correctly, that means something happened to Endeavor, or Endeavor allowed it to happen. But why would he kill his own kid? Simple. Well, if people found out that his son was raping people, his reputation would be ruined. No offense, but his reputation is already smothered from his abusive wife. This one Stain says, maybe he wanted out of the life. Could be. What is it, Ida? I found where they were. The two kids. It's Koda and Eri. They were taken to Honorall by Grelal the Kind. Dole. I'm going with you. Overall says, I have a personal reason why I hate that woman. She's half the reason why I'm germophobic. You and I both, Overall. You too. All for one is staying. See, you can't find any more about this? Sure. It can't be that hard. Or you'd be surprised. For some reason, I don't doubt it. Anyway, this is when Midoriya. It just says, this is when we get to Midoriya, who's got done experimenting on Eri and Koda. Boss, yell at. We got reports in UA. Our spy says that they are going for Operation Panda, my golden panda. An evil smirk from Midoriya's face. Shall we stop him? No. Leave them be for now. So, old Hasashi, we're playing cat and mouse. Except this time you brought a dog and this cat. Next doorstep. Let us see how these dogs can handle themselves this task. Yes. Take Eerie and Colta back to their cells. That's very well. Back with Ida, and overall, all they get to Grelog the Kind, who is pretty much says, those who assert their duties get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear? Okay, I'm not being nice. Overall nods, and he just straps as Grelog the Kind in a horrible way. Hey, holding her down. Hello. Oh, you. Shouldn't you be... This one, Grelog the Kind just smiles. How those whip scars? Don't know. How's your legs feeling about having wood in it? Touche. What are you doing here? Here for an extra beating? Information, and you'll give it. But willingly or by force? Please by force. I want to hear you scream in agony. You always were a psychopath. I learned from the best. I did learn from you, Grandma. And you probably remember overall. How can I forget about a monster? I thought you'd be jumping for joy, but that doesn't matter. Eerie and Coda, where did they go? How should I know? This one, and all overall starts crushing her legs slowly and brutally. Ow! Okay. I sold them to Jacob. Jacob, the pedophile? Well, who owns the Hooters Club that literally lets kids be what they want to be addicted to sex? Yeah, that's the one. You sick bitch. Hey, it's money, and those kids had nothing to lose. They're just kids. No one's gonna miss them. What are you gonna do? Kill me? Nope. Oh, we are not gonna kill you, but you snitched. It's not me you gotta worry about. Let's go overall. What is he talking about? You failed me for the last time, Grelog. Izu? Blight. I'll try better. You tried enough. You were useful until now. As they say, snitches get stitches. But for my case, you will not recover. This one they just hear the horrible and antagonizing scream from Grelog, as if she was being horribly mutilated by something from the inside. Rats start piling up and start feasting, going inside of her and ripping out her intestines and her skin. And literally causing harm to her. When the heroes arrive, all for one and staying arrive, and they just see the heroes just puking and everyone else fainting. What do they see? They saw a Grelog's corpse. Huh? This is when they see Grelog the Kind's corpse morphing out. Oh, God. What? Jeez. Who did that? Blight. He found out that Grelog snitched very quickly. Are you saying that might be a spy? He made his move, now it's our turn. What can you tell us about him? Not much. There's not that much known about him. Shit. Then tell me what you can tell me. Alright, here's what I know. Izuku Midoriya can use his Izuku Midoriya's IQ is above 200. Which is something. There's also not that much about Katsuki. Apparently it says here he moved to Ireland to pretty much to follow his dream of being a baker. Smart kid. He knew the heroes would try to use him as bait. They haven't spoke to each other ever since they were 10. Izuku's 20. So it's would have been 20 years. Should we involve him? No. 20 years has passed. He wouldn't know anything. Nor or want to. Why else would he move to Ireland? That place is full of pure heroes who actually has honor and tradition. And they follow their honor and tradition deeper than anything. Makes sense. Oops. With the door yet. Anyway, when Midoriya actually... This is when we get to All Might. Those damn villains. They should deserve a second chance. Back to, well, them. This is when one gets a closer look at the corpse. What's this? He pulls something out of the mouth. This is when... And everyone's trying their best not to puke, except for Ida, Stain, and Overall, because, well, the Four has done way worse than this. Trust me. What? Anyway, it's a note. And it says, if you're reading this, then you know I killed her. Continue playing the game. I'm curious how you find me. He's toying with us. Pretty well, too. It's as if he wants us to capture him. Why would he want us to capture him? As a proof, to prove that even villains can be better heroes than the heroes themselves. That's devilishly clever. Smart kid. Heartless, but yeah, smart kid. He knows what he's doing. And he's not hesitant to do it. But apparently. You have any idea? This is when he says, alright. Let's do it. So, where is the kid's been sold to? Jacob. The pedophile? Yep. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to go in there. No one wants to go in there. But it also makes sense. What do you mean? Think about it. That place at daytime, it's mostly just all women at a club who's just doing it for money. But at nighttime, it's full of children who's addicted to being butt fucked in the ass. And men, too. Oh, I think I'm gonna gag. I can't say I blame you, all for one. And unfortunately, we have to get... And this is when Ida says, that is in a cold tone, unfortunately, we have to go in there. Are you ready? Did it say what time it opens? We don't know, does it? 7 o'clock. p.m. My mind is telling me, fuck you, but I really want that decreased sentence. Who doesn't? Ugh, damn. Ugh, fuck me. Exactly. Trust me, no one wants to do this. At all. So trust me when I say this. Even I don't like this idea. let's do this. And this is when they get there at the strip club. The bouncers let them in because, well, it's villains night. And they just see all these kids out of the 10 to 5, literally dancing, twerking, all that nasty. Sorry, I'm trying my best not to throw up. Overall, immediately says, hand sanitizer, anyone? Yep. And they all put hand sanitizer on their hands because they know they're going to have to shake a certain bitch ass's hand. I can already see other people. I can already hear in the comments like, how could you do this, Dylan? This is the horrible thing you can do. That's bullshit and we know it. So this is the third worst thing I ever done. And you all know it. But don't even try to hide it. Anyway, this is when Midoriya just sits there, minding his own concern. Ah, shit. This is when Midoriya just sits there. I mean, this is when, and they all go to the strip club, and the only thing that he said is just, and this is when they go in there, and they just see Jacob letting the kid give him a good blow. I am not going to go into details because, well, humans, but it's in their standard. It's typical pussy thing. Things like they haven't seen worse things I've done. Oh no, they act like they have. But anyway, this is when Midoriya and that. This is when Ida and them just see him, and this when they say, "Hey, Mama, and keep your Asian ass away from us." Fair enough. I can already just hear in the comments like, "Oh, so Asians are pedophiles?" No. Oh, we are literally in Japan, and it was either this or what normal white ass person. Don't judge me. I may hate humans, but even I have limits. Limits of pedophile jokes. So don't be judgy. Anyway, this is when Midoriya continues his job. And the only thing he said is, oh bloody hell. Until they find... Anyway, this is when he says, "So, have you been selling kids to someone?" "Yes, actually. Just got a fresh batch. Would you want some? I want a Pacific one. Oh, okay. Which one? Erie and Coda. I want information about them. What do you know? Sorry, I can't sell out paying customers. Okay. All for one? With pleasure. And instantly grabs him and flings him to a wall. And nearly throws him out of a window, but this is when he saves him. You only get one chance. Talk, or I'm going to throw your nasty ass at the window. Oh, I can't! You'll kill me! Kill you? What the fuck? I'll kill you! You pedophile ass! Now start talking! And okay! Hey, I'll talk! It was Izuku! He bought them! How long have they been here? About 2 or 3 years. About 2 or 3 months. Honestly, they obey pretty well to the order. There's especially that fine Erie's ass. And he drops it. And he picks him back up. We don't want nasty, we want information. Shit. And you nasty fucker. Nasty ass motherfucker. This is when pretty much, as he says, alright. The person who dropped them off was a man named John. That's all I know. You think Hasashi will let us get away with killing this guy? What? And this when the All for One drops him. Even I don't do that nasty ass shit. Whatever the fuck they did was disgusting. Whatever that fucker did, it's disgusting. I can't even disagree. Which makes it worse. I don't know if it makes it worse that I can't disagree with you, or if I agree with you. Disagree. Anyway, with that little incident, it is the word I'm only going to say because like I said, I do not need trauma in my mind. Bleh. So, yeah. This is when Midori and them actually drive up. This is when they actually leave, and they give the information to Hasashi. Normally, I would say you're going to jail after this, but I will give you all a 60 sentence decrease. These due to you guys killing that pedophile. Hell yeah! And bringing down. That's also so for bringing down one of the most nastiest places. I knew that hooker joint, that Hooters joint was suspicious. This is when, and Ida's just thinking, trying to make something sense. It doesn't make sense. What do you mean? Why would Izuku give up his entire operation? What's his game? We'll find out later. Everyone knows who Izuku is, but no one knows what his face is. All they know is his name. That's it. Blight has never really exposed his face. No, he never has. And way he did All Might, mentally breaking that guy, making him hate all people with quirks, even himself. Yeah, I like Izuku already. The way he broke All Might of Reason, said not to hate heroes and villains. Oh, it was delicious. Just. Anyway, this is when we get back to Midoriya. Yeah, who is now torturing on a poor pregnant woman. Boss. Yeah, I know about the Huta joint. It was all according to plan. Did you manage to get the files? Yes, boss. Boss, thank you. You are now dismissed for now. Very well. This is when all four Izuku says, now, miss it. This is not going to end quick or clean. This is going to be slow, painful, and really bad. For you, anyway. Who knows? Your baby might get superpowers. And he continues experimenting on the girl so horribly that even Satan will not want this man's soul. Anyway, sorry about that pot. This is when Midoriya we have managed to actually get. This is when we get back to Asashi. And this is when he said, alright then. Shall we? Yep. Once they actually get out of the location, this is when pretty much they, All For One and the others enjoy their food. Still trying to figure out what's wrong with that guy? Every minute. I'm still trying to figure out why. He didn't just... try to stop us. He's not sending any men against us. As a matter of fact, anyone notice that he hasn't sent one soldier? This is when we get to Stain, who pretty much is outside, but then he noticed something. So, you actually came. I'll admit, never thought he would actually send you. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, comrade. Shank. To what do I owe the pleasure? Lloyd sends his regards. And this when Stain and Shank start fighting. And they start pretty much doing hand-to-hand combat. Now, Stain is a professional hitman. And he continues fighting, and the fight gets serious. But Stain came victorious, knocking him out. And he says in Russian, "Good fight, brother." What was that? An assassin. And Blight sent him. To kill us? No. To test us. He sent a rook, a novice, but it was not too much of a novice. I saw his eyes. He was poisoned, so he would have died anyway, even if the heroes did arrest him. So he was testing if we would spare that assassin or kill him. Gotta give credit. That man knows his stuff. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you have any idea how we're gonna do this? Well, I have a couple of ideas, but they're not gonna be any good. In fact, they're probably gonna be a pain in the ass. The man we're dealing with knows what we can do. He's only testing us. Now, let's continue else. Any other locations we got? We can't. We got everything on the files, but we don't know where he is. This is when Ida starts pulling them together. Of course. What? If you mark all the locations where he was last known seen, then he grabs a marker and starts tracing the dots. Of course. The old North Church. It's been abandoned for years. That's where he's holding his horrible experiments. If we find that church, we find his victims. Form Hasashi Midoriya now. Got it. Pause break! Alright, I'm back. Where was I? Oh yeah. Midoriya. This is when pretty much... This is when Midoriya he hears, "Sir, they managed to find your church." Good. What? What do you mean good? It's quite simple. Well, I always knew one day I'd be found out. I'm just waiting for him to come. But, to make it easier on them, he pops out his plated claws. "I'm getting rid of you." What? And this way Midoriya slashes the guy's head off. They get to the church with heroes and all that, and they immediately see all the kids who are meant for breeding, experimenting, and both. And there's different fetishes of what they're being trained for. Immediately the heroes take them to the best psychiatrist and fucking therapist and asylum to help these poor kids for the mental trauma and addiction to sex. Why would Ida's still thinking it doesn't make sense? Because he's letting them find them too easily. This is when an All For One says, "Hey, I found something." It's an old VHS test tape. says it right here. That's weird. It says play me. This is when they play it. And it shows Blight. Hello there, heroes. If you're here watching this, then congratulations. Wait, Awful One, Stain, Ida, and Overall. You four have managed to find my best hideouts. In return, I'm going to give you a riddle of where I am. I am forever in the dark, but I never show any shadows. I am light, but I never brighten the skies. What am I? Well, that's a stupid ass riddle. I don't even know well, that answer to. Ooh. Wait. I never show the shadow. What? He marks it on the map. His base is on a motherfucking pawn shop. It's literally the pawn shop's name. The Shadowed Moon Sun. It's a freaking pawn shop. Really? You guys? We didn't think it was there. Really? Like, it was so obvious. It's right next door. Or it was literally a mockingbird. Literally 10 years of you guys can't find this guy, and it took us literally 45 minutes. Heroes. This is when Hasashi and All For One, along with the other three, gets there, and pretty much they see Blight, who is pretty much drinking. Can I at least enjoy some champagne before I leave? Would you like some? No thanks. No offense, but I bet you poisoned it. You're right. I did. Did a lot. It's good to know that we have a mind of higher to society's mind. I don't get it. Why did you give yourself in? Why are you giving yourself in so easily? I need a vacation. And what better vacation than... Then yeah. No, something else is up. Does it matter? You all get to run free, and you all get to live your life. Ain't that right, Hasashi? Of course. Then cuff me. Ida still thinks something's not right. Until it was too late. Once he gets into the prison, they start cuffing him. He's going to be in this prison for a very, very long time. As soon as he entered, they realized that the system shut down. And pretty much he's just standing there. Here. By the way, the guy is wearing a suit. But Ida does not feel right. So he goes back to the board. And he finally realizes it and just smirks. Oh, clever, clever. Alright, Izuku. I'll keep your secret. What are you doing back here? Hasashi says as he pops up. Oh, nothing. Just looking at how much evidence we managed to find, but you heroes we've literally found nothing. We get that a lot. So what now? You're all free to go. You managed to capture one of the most wanted monsters in the world, and managed to bring down Grelog the Kind, and Jacob's sex operation. You guys are free to go. Don't think the heroes will ever forget this. Try to make them better, Hasashi. I will. With the real Izuku that's not in prison, then who is at Hawaii drinking a coconut and just enjoying a nice ass. So, Endeavor, how do you enjoy your vacation? It's great, babe. I'm glad you're giving up villainy. Of course I would for you. They both kiss. So, you said you wanted to adopt a kitty? How about we wait an extra 5 years? Ah, of course, babe. And that's it. That's been the one shot of what if Deku was a socio or psychopath. I actually don't remember. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. This has been Uncle Dylan here, God of Chaos, and I will see you all in the next video.